Block wall the crews touch when tools bust. Parents running for their shorties at the school bus. This is all you might know, but to me, it's like yo, looking through all the battle cries when you on night road. It's the block wall.
Moses! What's going on? It's your boy, Nick Moses 05, MoFan. We in here, and this is what we got to talk about today. Now, I'm just going to get the sponsors out the way because we got some serious business to talk about. So HotTrendSale.com, trendy items, only play.stores where you get the SX OS and SX Pro. Let's go. Okay. That's why I'm speeding through this because this is serious. So I didn't want to do the video because there's been enough information out there about it. But I feel like it needs to be talked about because the conversation still lingers. Now, you know, there's been people saying, hey, do a video about it. I've been thinking like, nah, really people got the information. But now I'm going to do the video. If you hear my daughter in the background, just ignore it, okay? Because she's doing her thing and I need to get this out to you. So let's start by, do not update to 6.2.0, okay? I'm going to tell you why. If you update to 6.2.0, your CFW will no longer work, okay? Which means you'll no longer be able to play homebrew, backups. I'm not sure about cheats. Maybe you could do it without an SX OS, not sure, but I doubt you could do cheats. You're pretty much going to be out of a lot if you go ahead and update. Now, since I got that out the way, I'm hearing a lot of some people complaining, some people just getting, updating by accident. Some people, just out of ignorance. And by ignorance, I don't mean no harm by that. I mean, simply you just do not know. Okay? So, what I think is we need to talk about some ground rules. Now, these ground rules probably hold for CFW and mods since mods first were started. And some people, I got to remember my young peoples coming up, the youth, they probably haven't had an Xbox modded or a PlayStation 2 modded or, other systems modded. So I got to keep that in mind as I go through this, okay? So I'm going to go through a few rules myself, I believe, should be taken into consideration when things start happening like this, all right? So first one is never update right away, okay? When an update is released, never update right away. So if you're on the CFW, you go, ooh, 6.2.0 has come out, I need to update right away. Do not do that, okay? That is the worst thing you can do because these companies have security measures to stop the CFW from happening. They implant these, different things into these updates to stop the CFW. So you need to be aware of that. So when an update comes out, you need to take your time and say, you know what? I'm going to wait until I read something about this or hear something about this to hear it's okay. All right. So number 2, airplane mode. All right. A lot of people would just say, hey, I'm fine. I'm in airplane mode. And they're right. Because if you don't have any internet connection, how can you get updates? I usually recommend to keep your system in airplane mode when you turn it off each time. So that way when you turn it on, you don't have to worry about getting updates. And if you turn it off airplane mode and the update comes, you say, nope, I'm good. Turn it back on airplane mode. Cancel the update. Do not do it. All right. I think airplane mode should be like almost a gimme for everyone who is worried about updating. All right. So next, be wary of game updates. There are many game updates that are fine. Okay, you see, hey, I could download this game update. This is the thing. What if you download this game update and next thing you know, you're on 6.2.0. So that's why I recommend that you do game updates outside of Nintendo. Everything you should be doing as far as updating should be outside Nintendo. That way you can confirm everything will work fine. Unless told by TX, hey, you can get your updates from Nintendo, which I'm sure they're not going to say, but hey, that's something you should always take in consideration. So if that new game comes out and you need a game update to play it, just take a look and read the scenes, okay? You can see a lot of things out there that will tell you whether or not you can update, all right? So next thing, kind of got a list here, so just work with me. Before installing CFW, check what is the latest firmware out by Nintendo. And the reason I state this is almost a gimme for some people. I know you're like, why are you saying that? But there have been many people, for instance, hey, 2 weeks ago, 6.1.0 was out. I purchased my Nintendo Switch. Purchased it from Amazon. It comes in the mail. I get it. I say, woo, now I gotta wait on my SX OS or my SX Pro. I get it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. So you go ahead, you say, hey, I'm gonna get updates to the latest, because right now the latest firmware is good. The CFW works great. You update and bam, you're on 6.2.0. It happens, all right? And that's what I mean by the ignorance thing, because you just don't know. You should always check updates literally the second before you are installing your CFW. I mean, literally, you should. Yes, baby. Good job. Okay, so that's my daughter. So anyway, that's something you literally should check every time before you're installing CFW, all right? So next thing, stay out of official firmware. Okay, stay out of OFW, just stay in CFW. I know there's certain applications that can be installed inside of CFW that possibly stop the connections to Nintendo servers or stop updates. So definitely I recommend staying out of official firmware, but you can still get updates possibly in CFW. So that's not 100%, but just another security measure to stay out of official firmware until there are, some notes put out by TX to say it's okay. All right, another one, which I mentioned before, but I'm going to go more into it. Never get your updates from Nintendo. The reason for this is because when Nintendo supplies these updates, there are e-fuses, which are electronic fuses that can be blown, which changes the way communication goes on Nintendo Switch. So therefore, CFW doesn't work. It's done. So you definitely want to make sure that you never get those updates from Nintendo. When you blow these e-fuses, there's no going back. You cannot repair these e-fuses or anything. So you want to make sure you do your updates. I'm not sure the name of the software, how to pronounce it, but I'll just put it up there on screen. You want to do all your updates for your system using that software. So therefore, if you go to 6.2.0, you have the ability to now downgrade for your mistake. So at least you can say, hey, I made a mistake, but I did everything I can to come back. All right, great. So another thing, if this would be number 7, I guess I'm going through down the list. If you're getting the update, let's say the update comes, you hit update and go, oh crap, too late. Try pulling the plug. What I mean by that is hold the power button and turn it down. Now the thing is, you may turn it back on and may try to update again, but you can go into recovery mode, I believe, and stop the update. I have heard of some doing that. I'm not sure the procedure. I'm not even going to get to the point where I try it just because why? But there may be someone out there that's doing it or can explain how to do that. But if you're getting the update and you're like, damn, I hit the button, power it down, pull the plug, you can hopefully save your Switch. All right. So next one, don't get comfortable if you're banned. All right, I'm banned. I know you guys hear a lot. A lot of times I say, hey, I'm banned. I don't care. I'm banned. But the thing is, even though I'm banned, Nintendo can, lift the ban. And next thing you know, I'm like, hey, I'm unbanned now. What do you know? And I get an update. So it's as simple as them clicking a button, I'm sure, from their end. So we're banned. All right. They have the control to unban us. So if they unban us, there we go. We got the update thinking, hey, hey, I'm good now. I can go to the eShop. I can go. No. All right. If you're banned, do not get comfortable. Still do not accept those updates. Make sure you're doing updates properly. I heard of a rumor of them doing lifting the bans, but I'm not sure. For me, I haven't come across it yet. All right. Last but not least, wait patiently. I think this should be like an easy one for most, but it's, you got a lot of people that are impatient, or hey, I can't play this game, or hey, if you're to the point where you can't play a specific game or two and you're upset, but you got a plethora of games, then you need to really analyze yourself, because it's really about being able to do more with your Switch. It's not just about playing backups. It's not about just one thing. It's about opening up your system to a endless amount of possibilities. So you got to think like that. TX, they're providing a nice way for you to install this CFW. Shouldn't give them, a lot of bad vibes just for taking time to do an update. Now you got to understand, when this update comes out, they don't have it either. Okay, so it's not a thing when they release it and then, hey, we work on all firmwares, then a new firmware comes out and you go, hey, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. They have not ran any testing with it. So it's unfair for you to say, hey, you know, you should work on all future updates. They have no idea what Nintendo's doing. They need to do testing. And this goes for every company. This is just not something that's going on, you know, in this community. It's just in the business world itself. Updates happen by Windows, and next thing you know, your software might stop working. You got a bunch of customers pissed off because their software don't work. It happens. So wait patiently. In this case, TX, you know, I'm representing you, telling the people to represent you. MoFam got you. Other than that, that was it. I wanted to get that out. Do not update to 6.2.0. It's your boy Nick Moses. MoFam, I'm out.